We would go to like the back of the school and just practice kissing with each other.
I got a colonoscopy before my mom did.
I sent someone to the ER.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Work in Progress. My name is Ethan Aldrich. Today I am joined with
Anna Fisher.
And Dharma Torres Aguilar.
All right. And today we are going to have a lore drop episode. So we're all going to take some turns telling stories about each other, and we're just going to see what happens there.
There was a thing I had with a friend. We both had gotten out of a relationship, and we got into a weird conversation that we had bad kissing experiences, and we're like, hey, we're chill buddies. You were a good looking dude, but I'm not attracted to you. And then he was saying the same to me. So we had made a deal that during lunch we would go to the back of the school and just practice kissing with each other. It wasn't weird, because I was just this is all I want to do, we're still friends. I didn't, because his type is short, long-haired Asian girls.
Okay.
Clearly not me. So I felt like I was in the clear. And then, of course, about a year ago when I broke up with my ex, he's texting me oh, I love you, Dharma, and blah, blah. And I'm like, whoa.
Whoa. Okay.
I thought it was just going to be left at that, and it was just going to be a funny, weird, friend thing. I guess not, but that's a little something. And I guess some people thought we were dating, which fair. They never saw us do that, but fair. And I had to tell one of my friends no, we're just we're chill. But obviously now it's not chill, and I don't talk to him anymore. So.
Well, I can't say I've ever kissed any of my friends before. I can't say
It was a weird, this was in high school, I think freshman year or sophomore year. It was a weird transaction.
I don't think I've ever even hugged some of my friends before. I don't know if I've ever made physical contact with some of them. And hearing that, I'm like, oh, oh my.
Yeah. So there was a weird thing that I don't judge people's food tastes too much, but
I
do too.
My ex had he would cook spaghetti noodles, and then that green canister of the dry Parmesan cheese, right?
Yeah.
Put that on the noodles, and then that's it. But the thing is, when you strain pasta noodles, they get a little dry kind of. So think that with more dry Parmesan cheese. And that's what he would eat.
That sounds awful.
And so
and I
would get confused. I remember trying it once. I was like, maybe there's just something good about it, because I don't do that. I put pasta sauce and mozzarella cheese.
You need the sauce.
Yeah, I tried it. I was like, this dry as hell. I was like, oh,
You're just
I can't even chew this. I needed any kind of liquid. And
You're
so I was like, oh,
sawdust.
why don't you just add tomato sauce? And he's like, oh, I'll get tomato sauce in my next grocery trip. It's like, okay. Let me lay out the scene. So, we're making spaghetti, and he boils the spaghetti, and he's got the pasta sauce and the cheese. I buy mozzarella, and that's what I like to use, but he still had the Parmesan one. And he strains the pasta.
Okay.
Puts, it's in a pot, right? Pasta back. Then gets a bowl, a cereal bowl, pours the marinara sauce, or the tomato sauce, marinara sauce in the bowl, sticks that in the microwave to heat it up, then takes both the pot with the noodles and the sauce. He puts then he puts the Parmesan cheese in with the noodles,
No,
and
not
then
again.
takes with his fork, takes the noodles, dips it into the pasta sauce, and then eats it.
Like, I felt like a piece of my soul just died
like,
when I heard that.
Yeah.
That's hard to listen to.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh.
I guess my pet peeve is when people don't know how to cook basic things. It's like, no shame, but like maybe a little bit.
That just reminds me of my brother who like didn't know that he needed to wash his bed sheets and stuff. Like when he was like, I'm sorry, Calvin. I'm sorry. I'm
If
sorry
he
to
sees
call
the
you out
video.
like this. You're not watching this. I know you're not.
But if you like can't cook spaghetti correctly, let alone assemble it,
Yeah.
what
If
are
you don't know how to assemble spaghetti,
if you
you're
don't know how
done
to
for.
assemble spaghetti,
How can you?
yeah, no, I
Dude, you're a
remember
lost
That person
watching it
pays
because I thought
taxes.
he was gonna like pour the bowl of sauce into the pot, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, maybe that's just his way of heating it up, you know? No. Dip, eat.
I can attest that some guys do some really dumb stuff, but man,
Yeah,
Like, that is
man,
stupid. No.
That's-
that is painful.
Oh yeah,
Painful.
very so painful to watch.
Oh
Damn.
man.
Augustus Gusteau lied. Not anyone can cook.
No.
Wait, Augustus Gusteau?
Yes.
Oh, Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
I forgot Ratatouille existed.
How could you? It's a masterpiece.
I didn't really like it.
A masterpiece.
Okay, when I was younger,
The rat had dreams.
when I was
the rat
younger,
had dreams.
I got really
The
scared
rat beat
of
me
some
for
movies.
real.
I got scared of some movies for no reason, like the grandma from the beginning of Ratatouille. I was terrified of her. I was so scared
she's
because she
like,
had like
"A
a
sweet old lady."
gas mask and she had this shotgun and she was trying to shoot the rats. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is terrifying. Or one that was super scary, Monster House. The old man. I could not
I
get
don't even
past
think
that
I
first
watched
part.
that movie 'cause of that.
I got weirded out
It's
by
good.
the guy who played the video games. He's like the way
Oh,
that
yeah,
he
and
would
then he,
take
like,
the kids'
ate the-
food, and he was
yeah.
just so nasty. I was like, ugh.
Monster House was an experience.
I was a weird kid.
Hannah,
I
you gotta
loved-
watch it.
I
I
gotta
loved
watch it.
Monster
You gotta watch
House.
it
Y'all
and
aren't
report
even
back
making
by
a good
the
taste.
next
It was
episode.
it was one of my favorite movies as a child.
I think once
Like,
I got
had
past
that, I had that on repeat.
once I got past the old man part, I was okay with it. But it was
Yeah.
still terrifying.
God, the piss bottles.
You guys are not
like,
making this
ugh.
appealing.
No, it's funny because it's like they're trying.
30
they
seconds
get,
on the clock.
they get scared, and so they hide out in the kids. It was like the two friends. They hide out in the kids' room, and his window is pointing directly at this house that comes to life, and he's got like a clear view of it. But they did not want to leave like that line of sight, and so they had like empty soda bottles in the room, and like a girl appears in the plot line. And,
Yes.
and then that's when we see like this chaotic scene of like a preteen's boy's bedroom that was like scared for their lives.
Have you ever peed in a bottle before?
I don't think I could,
That's fair.
unless if I tried hard enough, maybe.
I did hear
I
a
have.
story of some girl. I don't remember where I heard this, but apparently there was like a bus coming back from some school event, and apparently some girl did pee in a Gatorade bottle in the back of the bus. So it's doable.
I'm
It's
not denying it's
but do
doable.
you really want to?
I just don't think I would do it. Cool.
Okay.
I sent someone to the ER.
Do tell.
I got into a bad fight. It was just a bad fight with my brother. You know, those,
Don't
like-
undersell it.
I'm
Come on.
sorry.
You got
the
into
right
a bad
cookie
fight
food.
with
Not
your
a bad
brother.
fight.
He was being not cool,
He was
right?
being annoying. He was, yeah. We had these giant, like, those giant, like, what are the blow up, like, hammers that you hit people and it makes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. We were, like, running around hitting each other with them, just typical sibling stuff. And he
Sure.
stole mine. And I looked at him and I was like, I'm going to destroy this man. And so I run over, I grab his shirt and I pull back his far and I shove him just like as hard as I can. Hits the ground in the one spot of the house that is tile.
Oh no.
And like he's laying there, he's crying, and I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Ooh.
And like he's, he starts bleeding. I'm like, okay, yeah, little,
Oh, no.
little cut, and he's got like a nice little gash on his forehead right above this eyebrow. And my mom's like, why did you do that? Like, you can't push your brother. We have to take him to the ER. And she's like trying to, get stuff together, like shoving like towels in his hand. He's like, okay, let's like push it up. Let's stop the blood. And I'm just like, ooh, it got real, like all of a sudden. And so we go to the ER, and we're at the ER. He's fine. I'm crying because I'm like, oh my God, I'm in so much trouble now. Like, and like we have to call my dad. He gets off work. He comes there, and then my parents are like, why did you do that? You can't push your brother. Like, we wouldn't have to. We wouldn't be here if it were for you. Well, they probably didn't say that, but like, they probably didn't say that, but they were thinking it. So in the end, yeah, he got 3 stitches above his forehead and a little scar, and I ended up with like years of guilt because he would always be like, because he was always like, well, you gave me stitches, you pushed me in the floor, and I was like, you were asking for it. So
classic older sibling.
Older sibling, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not causing bodily harm, what are you doing?
Don't cause bodily harm.
Do it.
This is not advocating for bodily harm.
I cannot speak on either.
I really wanted to tell you about the worst time in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And let me set the scene for you. I was a wee freshman in college.
No.
And I had a lot of stress about college and stuff because I was very nervous about living on my own and doing college. I was a very anxious little boy. And so fast forward, it's like been a couple of months or so into college, and I've been having stomach problems, and it's kind of sucky. I thought I was gluten-free for a little bit. I thought I had to go dairy-free, tried that, nothing helped. I thought, all this other stuff, and nothing was helping my stomach problems. So I went to the hospital, and they were like, you need to have a colonoscopy.
Oh.
I was
Yeah.
thinking ulcer. I
No.
feel like that's worse.
No, because they're like, we're not really sure what it is, so we're going to run a colonoscopy on you. I'm like, are you sure?
They're like, not anything else you can do.
And they were like, yeah, we're sure. So they set the date, and up until that point, it wasn't getting any better. I was like, please, please get better. I pick up my medication to, do the thing, because for those who don't know, you need to clear your stomach before you need to have a colonoscopy. You need to clear it out of literally everything and not eat. So I pop in my medication the night before, night before the operation's going to happen. And basically, you're supposed to stay up most of the night to, clear your stomach. And so I was watching American Psycho, we're just chilling.
Hell yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
Okay.
Yeah, just chilling there. And it's like 10 or so at night. I feel my stomach start to feel a little weird. And like, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Oh, no.
These are the dorms.
God.
So, it's the bathrooms that are available to the hallway. And I will not describe in detail.
I can only imagine.
I will not describe what happened in that bathroom. But I was in there for 3 hours.
Oh, Jesus.
It sounded like I was peeing. And that is all I will say.
Oh,
it was
my.
bad. That was... that was one of the worst nights of my life because I had to be awake the entire time. I was sitting on the toilet for hours. I had to download movies, plural, onto my phone to stay there
No.
and wait
Oh
it
my
out.
god.
That was one of the worst nights of my entire life. And then I had to go under I had to go under for the operation, you know. So I do that. And apparently when I was like under when I was under and I was like starting to come out of it, I was like trying to eat the bedpost. And I wanted a frame grilled Whopper from Burger King. And and there were some other things that happened too, but man, that was that was truly awful.
That sounds traumatic.
I got a colonoscopy before my mom did. That
Oh man.
that was, I don't recommend it. I don't. Having a camera, you know. And you know what the craziest part is?
Oh god.
They
there's
couldn't
more.
find anything.
What?
They couldn't find anything that was wrong with me. And they were like, "Oh, it was probably all the stress you were going
Did the
through."
clearing of the bowels do anything?
Like, well, they need to clear the bowels. To,
No,
like,
I know,
look
but
at-
like if
but-
it was just that, did that do anything?
Did you crack the bowl?
No, no. I don't know. Like, it didn't. I don't know.
Describe your experience in extreme
I
detail.
like I told the camera, I will not describe it. I don't recommend it. But yeah, like I don't know. It's just like having the worst case of diarrhea you've ever had times 5.
Oh.
So
God, I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine.
don't imagine it.
I'm not gonna.
No, that was pretty bad. That was a really bad night.
That sounds pretty bad.
I don't recommend it. Never have and never will. Not that I was before, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait till you're 50.
I'll try.
Yeah. Do you ever just like wonder how people got to the recipes that they did? Where it's just like,
Yeah,
man,
they
like
just.
how did you discover like you have to like sift this sugar and then you have to like take only part of an egg for like this part, you know? Like
They just
that sounds
started
weird.
messing around in the kitchen and then
kind of like
bada bing, bada boom. Look at this.
who discovered you can milk cows?
That's what I was thinking. Like, who decided, yes, let's drink from cow teats?
Mm,
I'm
yum.
sure it's just some guy with the weird thing that
Oh.
he's like, look at them
He's like,
udders.
I wonder
Weird
if that's just how
guys.
most things are created, you know?
I
just
feel
some
like that's
weird
how-
guy,
yeah.
you know?
Weirdos.
I mean,
Weirdos
that's how.
move our society.
What if we churned
I mean,
that
that's how
milk?
LSD was created. A guy was trying to make like a medicine for something else completely different, and then he touched his lips with like that chemical compound, and then he just started tripping balls, and then he's like, and
Oh,
then
like the
that's-
LSD stuff?
Yeah, I'm saying that's how it was
Yeah,
made,
yeah.
and then
And he was like tripping when he was like riding his bike home or something. I
something
think.
like that. He's like, oh my god, and then boom, a new drug was created.
Weirdos are the backbone of this society.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We
Be
support
weirdos.
you weirdos.
We support weirdos.
I'm a fellow weirdo. But not like that. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Work in Progress. Make sure to follow us on all the socials for all the updates and cool videos we have.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, made by Dharma.
Check
who's
out the
super cool.
Insta. We got some real funny reels and TikToks coming out. So
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, I swear. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to follow us on all the stuff. Make sure to look at all the Cable 8 Productions stuff. And yeah, thank you for watching.
bye.
Bye.
Yeah, but
Okay, we're going to laugh.
Ha ha.